Hello, my darlings. Just wanted to jump on for a little quick video. I've done a little bit of treasure hunting today as I've been off work. All very impromptu today, but I've had some lovely finds. Um, I've had some beautiful French paper from a friend recently. Lovely, thick paper. And then today, I found this whopper of a French paperback. So this is going to go in my folder pile of foreign language pages. So there's plenty here to keep me going of French now. And I didn't have any Spanish. So I found this one, and it's sort of, I might harvest the block out of this one to go into the folder, because I'd like to actually reuse that cover eventually. It's a newer book, but it's made to have an older looking cover. But it's got some interesting, headers and footers on the pages, and some interesting sort of illustrations. So I don't know if it's meant to be like a young adults type book, but it's got these quirky little illustrations, and I love him. But no, these I thought were interesting, and these were free, so I didn't actually pay anything for those. This one again was free. And it's a newer book of music paper. Now, I have a whole stash over there of really old antique music papers from like the early 1900s, and they're just not structurally sound to do much with. But then this is newer paper, so I can really go to town dyeing these and manipulating them into pages, and not have to worry about them being structurally sound. I paid £1 for that. Engineering drawings. And there's some really nice sort of technical pages in there. And I quite like that. Really nice and collage work. Or in a sort of steampunk journal maybe. Or anything that sort of lends it to that kind of technical illustration. So and it's quite a good size. So this one, 3p. What was that? Would have been 3p, 6 shillings or something like that. It would have worked out to be. And I mainly got it because I like it's really hard cardboard cover. Not fussed on the pages inside. I think these were 50p. But I would definitely harvest the front and back board off that for something. This one again, I've got a few of these Victoria. It wasn't £1. All these were 50p. I've got a few of these, and they're like Victorian albums, and they're just these vignettes for people to slide their photographs into. But look how aged that vellum is that's in between the pages. So yeah, these are going to get chopped up, and a few of these I might try to incorporate into my next make using Rachel's new kit as well. There's that, and again with her kit, French maps. So found these. I think these are 10p each. So there's one of France, Marseille, Bordeaux. So those are gonna get tucked away. And I do have a bit of a darker side to me sometimes. I do like working on darker themed journals. It just depends on what mood I'm in. I work in all sorts. So this one is an old book about ghosts, and it's got some interesting illustrations and like advertisement pieces and stuff in there. So no, that was a treasure. So when I do find one that I know I'm going to use, I snatch them up. So that one's about ghosts, and then there's another one, haunted Britain and Ireland. So again, there's some images in there that I would definitely sand down with sandpaper and grunge up to go into a darker themed journal. This I picked up because it was just so unusual. It's for early childhood, it is, but they're just stick drawings. And I do have an idea budding at some point in the future this year to do a sort of Fallout themed um, type journal. And some of these illustrations are going to be perfect to go into something like that. So again, I think it was like, it wasn't pennies, it was. Then this, I did pay £1.50 for this one, but it's just a petty cash book. It's a newer book. It's not an old one, for sure. It's not an antique one, but it's just your blank ledger paper. So you've got, yeah, the numbers down on that side, and then on that side, you've got the numbers down here and your headings. But the paper's lovely. It's all empty, all blank. But these will be really nice. I'll have one out to stamp on, stamp some text on it, stamp some numbers on it, dye it, distress it, and have a general play to do some grungy effect on it. I don't know how many pages is in that. It doesn't really say, I don't think. But no, it'll be, that was a nice find. Not something you see often around here. And this one, again, I've never seen one like this. A Monet postcard album. I thought, okay, that's different. So you open it up, and the pages are, that first page is glued down. The pages are really thick. I mean, really thick, like a doubled over file folder. But each one has got 4 notches cut into it. Each one of these white squares has got a notch, 4 notches to tuck in your postcards. I thought, all right, I might be able to use it. I'm not fussed on that yellow, but we'll see. So then I thought, well, that's going portrait. That's going landscape. And I kept turning. I thought, oh, there's actual postcards in here. So some of these I might try to work into this new make with Rachel's kit. But the pages are sort of hollow, you know, in between. But no, I never, again, not something I've ever seen before. A few other ones. Not sure if that's very PC now, but yeah, there's only a few in there. We'll see. If anything, I might even just try to make something out of the cover, or chop up the cover, because it's good gray board, really hard. So, there's that. And this, a comic strip board. So it says it's got 14 pages. It's 250 GSM. So it's heavy duty paper. And it's about, let's say, 17 inches long. So it's really long, really heavyweight paper. And the only thing that's been done to it is the first page has been snipped off. The other 13 pages are completely intact in here. And there, see if I can hold that up at all. There's a little, you know, comic title, created by, and date. And then you've got measurements in inches going across to measure out your, I suppose, your comic strip panels. So no, I thought that was an interesting find. 50 pence, yes please. And these, he basically gave to me for free, because I don't think it was worth the hassle of trying to figure out where I had found them. They were mixed up in a box of, you know, random kids' craft supplies. Just these wooden laser cut leaves. So quite happy with those. They can come and live with me. And alright, you're gonna think I'm a little nuts, but as part of that apocalypse journal, I'm gonna start collecting for Hoover bags. Now, I stood there looking at them and thinking, why not? You know, in an absolute, you know, post-apocalyptic Fallout world, I can incorporate that somehow onto a page. How? I don't know. But it's just brown paper at the end of the day. It's actually very soft brown paper at the end of the day, because of course it's meant to filter air, isn't it? So I don't know, I might take one of those apart just to play with it and see. I may be completely wrong, but who knows? Have a go. Well, it goes back in there like that. And I've had, these were 10 for £1. So again, postcards. It's an old photograph of a baby sitting in a chair, looking very plump. And it is an actual postcard. Some here, I think, are from France, from what I've gathered. Some are written on, some aren't. And those can be put aside for perhaps going into the French journal. That's France. I swear that's Edith Holden. It looks like Edith Holden, but it's just a really old postcard. Is it? The Country Diary, yes. The Country Diary Postcard Collection, 1977. It must be Edith Holden. Right. These two, again, were just blank. Nope, nothing on the back, but they were in the box. So I thought I'd have that, thank you. This was Spain, maybe? And they're postcards with mini postcards. So I thought the idea was you use the postcard and you save the mini postcard. So I don't know. But to make it up to £1, I threw that in. This was in there randomly as well. In the shop, I couldn't get this out. I had my hands full, and it wouldn't come out of the envelope. So what have we got here? Receipt card, Waverley Book Company, Swansea, to Henry Jones in Llangennach. Some sort of total amount. And it's in old money. So it's in shillings and pence. Looks like he had a loan out with the book company. Interesting anyway. It's still in its little envelope with a halfpence, a 1/2 pence stamp on it with a king on it. Oh, it was a date. Swansea, May 1937. So that can go into my little box treasures, if that goes back in there. It's very old, and I don't want to rip it. Alright, I'll do that later. And then this, to make it up for 10 for £1 it was. And I thought, I don't know what this is, so British Scraper Board. Accepted as a world standard for excellence. Splendid medium for a young artist. Oh, it's for doing etchings. I see. So that board now is completely black. And I suppose you use special scraper tools to actually scrape off the relief you want. There's 3 board. No? Yeah, there's one white board. And there's 3 black ones. Shall we have a test? Well, it does come off. Ooh, I don't know what I'm going to do with these. We'll see. I did think about that one for a bit. See what I can come up with. So anyway, that's that. Put these out of the way a minute so I can go and find somewhere to live. And I had a jar of buckles. Why not? It's very heavy. I paid £4 for it, but it's just a jar of buckles. So let's have a look. Been taped shut, it has. This will come off a finger. There we go. they going to come out? It's absolutely packed full of different types of buckles. A few curtain rings in there. Like these slide type belt. Well, these are belt buckles. Are they all belt buckles? Buckles, rings. Alright, I won't shake this too much more. Yeah, it looks like a rings and belt buckles. There's a few brass ones in there, and a few silver ones. So, ooh, ideas then. For as a closure, that might actually work. If you could make some sort of loop system, you could have an expandable closure then, if you had several places to hook the belt buckle into. But no. £4, and I've got like a life supply now. I'll never use that many. And that's some sort of curtain ring, and there's bigger rings in here. Some have gaps and some don't. So whether that can be closed back up, I don't know. Or if they all come off something. But they're all different sizes. So I have a jar of buckles. Not a sentence, you would say, in many other creative situations, I suppose. But no, a jar of buckles. I will use them. I'll figure out somehow. Two little pieces here I found in the tip shop. That is very strange looking little barrel. Can I get that to focus? Yeah, these little barrel, I don't know what I would call them, cylinders almost. But if I do another sort of boho, or my Fallout sort of journal, I'm sure I could embellish all of that. I can harvest all of that some way. And then this one is quite delicate sort of necklace. It was all in a knot. But I think I might put this aside to go onto a page as an embellishment with Rachel's new one, because it's very fine. It's not going to take up much space. It's a bit tarnished in places. And it was in just one big knot. It took me a few minutes to get it undone. So put that to the side. And the last bit, honestly, I brought them up to the counter and the guy was like, 50 pence? I was like, yes, please. But there's two panels. I don't think they're the same. I think they're different. But they are like voile curtain panels. But the top, they've been chopped at the top, so they're not as long as they perhaps once were. But look at that. Look at that lace. And there must be, what, like, well, that's about 2 feet. And that's about another 2 feet. There's 4 feet. There's 4 feet of that lace on there. Get it in camera, face in camera. And it's, from the voile down, it's, well, about a foot. It's about a foot high. So they're huge pieces. So that's the one. And I think this one is different. I'm like, 50 pence, yes please. Yes please. Thank you. And that one is a little bit shorter. So I reckon that's to just shy of 3 feet, maybe a bit less. Yeah, that's not as high as that one. So what is that, like about 9 inches? 9 inches high. Isn't that beautiful? I am really, really tough for those. So that's all for me, for my treasure hunting haul today that I had, my little gallivant out and about. So I think I've had some bargains today. But no, thank you for watching, and I will be back soon. I'm playing with Rachel's new kit from Rachel and Bella's Love Letters. So in the process of putting some things together, some bits and bobs. So I will be back, and I'm still tidying up the Great Big Ugly. So lots to do. Take care, everyone. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.